Times have you been sitting at an intersection and then you've watched 1, 2, maybe even 3 cars run a red light right in front of it?
Well, West Lafayette police say it's a big problem and they've started to take notice. News 18's Elizabeth Rentschler takes a closer look at how police are cracking down and if Tippecanoe County residents could start seeing red light cameras in their future.
Just about every single light cycle, there's between 1 and 5 violators that go through after the red light.
Red light running is one of the more common complaints we get from the public.
So it's just about people choosing not to stop.
Just in Lafayette, 591 people were ticketed or warned for that infraction last year, and 512 people to date in 2012. It's an infraction Lafayette police officer Matt Brown says could be deadly.
If you do the math at this particular intersection, if every single light cycle between 1 and 5 cars violate the red light in a matter of 2 hours, you're looking at potentially hundreds of crashes that could have, been caused by that red light violation.
In fact, police records show that as of October 2012, 55 of the 512 violations resulted in crashes, and that's just in Lafayette.
We need to try to put a damper on that.
Brown says officers have begun cracking down on these violations throughout the city. Devine says it's often hard to catch these red light runners without officers putting themselves in danger. That's why he says group enforcement gives them their best shot at catching the offenders.
We have details where groups of officers go out and specifically enforce red light running at various intersections, high crash intersections like State Road 26 and Creasy.
News 18 tagged along with a group of officers on red light patrol and saw just how hard it can be. Without putting themselves in danger, officers were able to ticket 5 people for running red lights, but many more were violators.
Hello, Officer Brown, Lafayette Police. Yes. Pulled you over for running the red light back there.
One of those drivers was Lafayette resident Jeff Wooldridge. Wooldridge received a $150 ticket for running a red light at Creasy Lane and State Road 26, an intersection Brown says you don't want to mess with.
I think this intersection is one of the most dangerous in Tippecanoe County.
I could have swore it was yellow when I went through there.
He said the light was yellow when he got in. Okay. That's something you dispute in court, not with me.
While several of these red light runners do get busted, officers admit they could use some help. Many say they're not against that help coming in the form of a red light camera.
Me personally, I would like to see that avenue at least explored a little bit more. I think there are some things at the state level that need to happen before we can pursue the red light running from a technology standpoint.
And it looks like Devine's not wrong. Democratic State Representative Sheila Klinker says other states with red light cameras have run into reliability issues, and that's one major reason why cameras have been a no-go in the Hoosier State.
I know in Illinois 2 or 3 people that received tickets that weren't even close to the intersection at the time. They had the wrong car and the wrong people, and that's just a hassle. It becomes a hassle more than a safeguard.
Klinker says many people also felt that red light cameras would be too much of an invasion of privacy. So the question remains, will Hoosiers see cameras on stoplights anytime soon?
Red light cameras will be discussed, but it will not go through the General Assembly yet.
Until then, our local police forces are on their own, patrolling the streets looking for those who dare to be a red light runner. Elizabeth Rentschler, News 18.
Klinker says the cameras you see at the intersection of Northwestern Avenue and Stadium Avenue on Purdue's campus are not red light cameras. She says they are cameras used to monitor traffic flow.